Greetings, friends. Reformed Stoic, back with another video. Quick one for you this evening. It's late. My fruit salad is thawed out, ready to go. So I'm just going to get this off my chest really quick. Important advice, very important advice here. Something very important to understand for men. Shyness is a silent killer of men. And the thing about shyness, it's kind of like marijuana, and how it's like it's a drug that sneaks up on you because people talk about it like it's not a big deal. With shyness, people don't speak about it like it's a negative thing or like it's an issue. I mean, every now and then they do, and I've noticed it being spoken of in that way a lot more lately. And the piece of advice I wanted to give is just kind of a reflection on cold approaches with women. I've been saying a lot that a cold approach is ultimately not effective. In my video, Advice for Single Men, that I recently released, I was saying that you got to have the rapport before you ask for the date, and that's true. And ultimately what you're seeking is ways that you can meet women that are non-threatening. Like where you're able to build rapport with a woman without having to do the cold approach. So you're not giving your cards away. So you're building this connection without her realizing like, hey, this guy clearly likes me. Because that's going to kind of like help you kind of sneak past a little bit. You know, when you do the cold approach, it's like, hey, I noticed you over there, how's it going? She's gonna look you up and down, apply the black pill filter, and just be like, you know what, I'm just not interested in this guy. Whereas, the black pill is always going to apply to an extent. I'm not fully black pilled, but 5'2" janitor from Bombay who's bald. Science. It's science. That's important to understand. But I digress. That all aside, I want you, as an effort to not be shy, because I'll bet a lot of guys in my audience are struggling with shyness. Shyness really snuck up on me. The way it was for me, I grew up on an island, and somehow I just had friends. You're young, everybody knows everybody. I was kind of a funny guy when I was young, and I just naturally made friends, and I just kind of naturally became a part of a number of very large friend groups. But I think what I realized when I went to start a new life on the East Coast, that I was in fact shy, and shyness was manifesting in other ways in my hometown, probably particularly when it came to pulling the trigger with women. But the advice I have for guys who consider themselves shy is to just get rid of the concept of the cold approach. Just delete that and understand that some people are more outgoing, and what you might consider in your mind a cold approach is just being outgoing. You're at a gym, you see a girl there you've never seen before, you're walking by like, hey, how's it going? Having a good workout? I don't know, I'm not going to tell you what to say, but it's just understanding that there's a lot of guys out there who are more outgoing. One of the other things, pretty much the last thing I wanted to have covered in this video, is I don't like the term introverted and extroverted. Something about that has really just felt really Reddit to me. I don't like the term introverted, extroverted. Not that long ago, I was in a conversation with my parents, and my mom was like, would you consider yourself more of an introvert or an extrovert? So-and-so says that they're an extrovert. And I'm like, yeah, no. I don't like introvert, extrovert. I would say you're either outgoing or you're shy. Maybe that means the same thing. Maybe that's the same dichotomy, just different words. I don't care. I don't like introvert, extrovert. Something about that is very soy, very Reddit. Now, what causes people to be shy? I'd say you could almost reduce being shy down to social anxiety. Like it's interesting. We're kind of getting to this like wordplay, semantics, or synonyms. Just using different words. Like I prefer outgoing versus shy for some reason over introvert, extrovert. Well, being shy really could be seen as like a social anxiety. And I think, like I said at the beginning of the video, comparing it to marijuana use, like, oh, dude, it's not even a drug, it's not even a big deal. Everybody smokes, everybody gets high, but then somehow you're in your mid-30s and you realize, like, damn, I'm kind of a loser, and I feel like blazing up weed all the time, being the guy with the pot leaf on his shirt, being the guy who, dude, let's, you get to a party where people are being social and having fun, and you're looking around for the baggy-eyed stoner dudes, like, yeah, let's go roll a blunt, dude. I mean, that's what you always do. You're going to be at a social event, and you're going to go hang out with the stony dude bros. That's not the point of the video, to lecture people about marijuana, but it sneaks up on you. Being shy. It's not talked about enough. It's not talked about as if it's a negative thing enough. It's like, oh, you're shy, and it's not a big deal. Or some people might give you a little bit of crap for it. You might have an idea of it being not ideal, but just like the guy who wakes up in his mid-30s and realizes he's a loser because he's a stoner, you'll wake up in your mid-30s or 40s and be like, damn, my life has gone by and I have not been shooting my shot. I've not been putting myself out there. I've not been trying to succeed socially. And I would just say, bag the concept of the cold approach. It's not a cold approach. It's just being friendly. It's just being outgoing. You walk by somebody, you look them in the eyes. Don't do the first test is the looking in the eyes. Don't do the darting, look down. I'm at a point where I don't break eye contact. Like, I got the eye contact down, but then I don't say anything. Something about that is so brutal. It's taken me so fucking long, boys, to, like, figure life out. But, a girl comes by, and maybe she makes sexy eyes at me, and I make sexy eyes at her, and we're both smiling at each other, and then it's like, okay, you got the look down, but you didn't say anything. You gotta say something, guys. Forget about the cold approach. Forget about what I said about, you do want to find activities where you can build rapport without having to do a cold approach. But when you're in public, when you're at the grocery store, when you're wherever, and as always, I need to try to take my own advice, but just, it's not a cold approach. It's being how a lot of other people are. Just, hey, how's it going? Crazy weather we're having, huh? I don't know what to say. If I sit here and try to give an example of what to say, you're going to think, like, damn, that I wouldn't say that. Yeah, me neither. Think about what you're going to say another time. Watch different videos to think about what to say. But honestly, you shouldn't even watch videos to think of what to say. You should just, you see somebody, hey, how's it going? Haven't seen you here before. And the thing about something like a gym is you might see that person again. So you don't want to set this pace of, like, never saying anything to people, You just want to just say something. Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Have a good workout. Hey, I remember you. Things going good? Awesome. Same here. And then maybe try to say one thing that isn't, hey, how are you? Good. Me? I'm good. Are you still good? Like, say one thing that's interesting. Not the weather, just so what do you do? You know, I mean, that's still boring, but that's a step up. It's learning something about people. It's not just for women, it's for other people in general. I'm kind of in this weird stage in my life where I really don't care about having friends. I just, you know, I tried to do a lot of things. I think I'm a sick rapper. I'd love to fucking get discovered as a rapper. I'd love to get discovered as a drummer. I'd love for my book to get discovered. I don't know what that has to do with not giving a shit about having friends, but I don't know. I'd like my friends to be like smoking cigars with people who fucking made it, doing what they love, you know? Like, I don't know. That maybe that's cringe and that didn't need to make it in the video. But I'm just saying, like, I don't really care about making friends. I would like to meet women. People say, oh, you have to have friends to meet women. And I don't know. I'm kind of starting to dig myself a little hole here. It's probably about time to end the video. I just really don't care about having friends. I feel like people on X are my friends. I feel like you guys are my friends. You know, I'm down to have friends like when I'm successful doing something awesome. And I guess that's probably when you're supposed to have a girlfriend as well. So I don't know. I keep trying to do cool things. This video is kind of a cool thing, but it's probably going to get like 400 views. Anyway, it's not about that. It's not about me. Forget about me. Forget about cold approaches. The bottom line, guys, is that shyness is a silent killer of men. And if you're like me, this advice just kind of hurts because a lot of your life has already gone by. And hey, you know, it's not like I never tried. It's not like I never tried to take some shots. I ended up in a lot of really rough spots, man. Like I always say, if I would have just gone to UAA, University Anchorage in Alaska, probably would have known people there, would have just kind of like continued the momentum from high school, and I probably would have did a lot better socially. Like I always threw myself into the fire, like Berklee College of Music, and tried to do big things, and I was surrounded by fucking rich people. I was surrounded by people who had better upbringings, who grew up in fucking private schools, eating fucking tea and crumpets and caviar every day, and I was a fucking mess. I had a shitty hairline. I didn't have the common sense to shave my head. I fucking smelled bad. It's weird, dude. I used to have like really bad BO that even like deodorant was difficult to deal with. I've smelled some people at the gym. Some of these teenage guys at the gym, they fucking smell like shit. It's like, oh yeah, I've been there. And yeah, there was times, and I didn't even fucking have the sense to like wear deodorant or use soap. I feel like I don't have that problem now. Sometimes I think becoming a Christian or just finding Christ like made me smell better. I was like a fucking stinky pagan, dude. Watch out for that. You guys getting sucked into this pagan shit. Like, you might smell like shit, dude. I think Christians invented soap. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, figure it out. You know, sunken cost fallacy. I don't know if that's exactly what relates to this, but the time that's wasted is just wasted. With me, I did shoot my shot. I shot my shot when I was underdeveloped, when I was out of my league, but I don't think I would have been out of my league if I would have been more developed. I think what happened is a lot of shit went bad for me, and I developed myself, but then I kind of just stayed isolated. And shyness is really fucking brutal, guys. Like, it's doing a huge disservice to men to not talk about being shy like it's a negative thing. Like, it really is a negative thing. Harder to make friends, harder to meet women, harder to get jobs, harder to make connections, harder to fucking get anywhere in life. And me, I'm trying to figure out how to promote a book. I'm trying to figure out how to promote rap music. I'm trying to figure out how to promote my drumming skills. I'm trying to figure out how to take my beautiful fucking face and plaster it all over the place, dude. And, like, being shy does not help at all. So when there's a pretty girl, it's not a cold approach. It's, hey, how's it going? This is the kind of guy I am. I say hi to people. make eye contact with people at the grocery store. Maybe, like, don't use the fucking self-checkout for once in your life. God knows that's what I do. Just, it's a silent killer. And then just randomly, a random note to end it on. I never got the lyrics in that song by Boxcar Racer. That's Tom DeLonge's side project. Basically, Blink-182 without Mark. It's like, how does that fucking... I wish I was honest. I wish it was you, not I. I can't fucking remember the song unless I start it from the beginning. There's a whole long intro. Sometimes I wish I was brave. I wish I was honest. Wish I could feel no pain. Wish I was young. Wish I was shy. Wish I was honest. Wish I was you, not I. Why the fuck would anybody wish they were shy? And you look at Tom DeLonge, and he's always like, "Hey, I have a question, Dad. Like, if I'm cleaning my dick and it goes off, like, does that mean that?" I don't know. He's always saying weird, fucked up shit. Sometimes I think it's because he's a Freemason and he's trying to corrupt the youth. But anyway, yeah, Tom seems like he's super, like, tall and spurgy and outgoing and goofy, and probably never really had that much trouble with women or social interactions. So why someone like him would wish that he's shy? That's always kind of, like, stumped me. But maybe that's the whole grass is greener on the other side thing, and maybe shy people are a little bit more reserved and deep, and I mean, you can say I'm deep, but as far as the reserved, I don't know. I don't know if I could have that reputation ever again at this point. But it's a silent killer, guys. Do something about it. It sucks if you've spent some time, but you're still here. As far as, like, reminding yourself that it's not over, get fucking abs, bro. I am, like, building up. Dude, I'm going to make a whole video. I am going to do some major body positivity, dude. I am going to fucking make a video where I just try to look sexy as fuck. I'm going to shave my hairy ass arms and chest. I'm probably not going to regularly do that. Are there guys out there that regularly shave their body hair? Because I have a lot of it, dude. Maybe I, like, wouldn't shave my legs, but always shave my chest. I don't know. This video's taking a lot. If this video is trying to take a lot of weird turns, let's just fucking end it before we hit the 20-minute mark. Figure it out, guys. Get abs. Once you get abs, you'll be like, man, I'm still here. And then fucking go for it. Figure out how to say hi to people. Figure out how to make eye contact. It's basically social anxiety. Being shy is basically social anxiety. It comes from having a bad social experience. Probably in your childhood. I was fucking small. There you go. God bless you, my friends. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.